What's up, guys? It's your boy Skeen from Talking That Asian Skeen podcast to let you know if you're thinking and you want to be on our show, don't be shy. Come on, man. Don't be shy. Hit us up. Instagram at Asian Skeen. Drop us a DM. Slide. You have my permission. And I think Ish might say, man, chill. But you have my permission. Slide into our DMs if you want to be a guest, you have a topic, or just simply you want to reach out to us, please do. That's what we're here for. We need ideas. We need your support. We need everything. Don't be shy. Hit that like button. Subscribe, follow, repost, do your magic. So guys, don't be shy. Reach out to us and we'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Peace. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Talking That Asian Skeen podcast. I'm here in my safe space, but always representing Treetop Studios. What's going on, guys? It's been a while, huh? It's been a while since I've recorded. Our schedules, me and Ish, have just not been clicking. She's doing her thing, I'm doing my thing, but we're still keeping in contact and communication to bring you the best episodes we possibly can. Shout out to my homegirl, the last episode. If you haven't heard it, please go back just a week and listen to it, because it was really, really good, man. It got me thinking, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it was crazy because the episode that she talked about and recorded, it kind of went hand in hand in what I'm going to speak about today, right? And that was awesome. And to be honest with you, I didn't know she was going to record that episode. She just did it. She edited the thing, the whole 9 yards, and it came out awesome. So like I said, guys, listen to this one, listen to that one, and anyone in the library that we have. But it's gonna let you give you that opportunity to think and give thought, and hopefully it leads to action. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was anxiety. And the reason why I bring it up is because I had a little battle of anxiety maybe like 2 weeks ago, and it was something that normally when we think of anxiety, we think of something that is new to us, right? Normally when you go for like a job interview, that's not a new experience, but an experience that doesn't happen that often. Remember when you graduated, let's say from like middle school and you went into high school, that anxiety of being a freshman, or when you went from your high school years to your college years, that freshman year was something where you had a lot of anxiety because everything was sort of brand new. When you started your job, whatever job you're at right now, and you had that first day, you had some type of anxiety. So anxiety, usually we relate to everything as being new, something that's brand new to us. And there's a lot of anxiety, right? Another example is you go on a date. There's anxiety, right? Does he or she like me? Am I doing things right? So on and so forth. But in my case, it wasn't a brand new, like a new experience. It was just something that I have done many, many of times before. And it just, for some A or B reason, it just rushed. And it gave me this feeling of uncertainty, this feeling of, man, am I doing right? So let me walk you through my process, right? So 2 weeks ago, I was doing a presentation in front of a few people, three to be exact. And mind you, I've done presentations in front of 2 people, 5 people, 15 people, 50 people. The most I've ever done was in front of 700 people. So I've done stuff, right? I've done presentations where it's just like, it is what it is, right? You go in there, you prepare, and you present. So it was something that I was used to. It's not something that, this is the first time I'm doing it. But in this presentation that I was doing, I prepped myself. I knew exactly what I was talking about. I knew my bullet points. I knew everything, right? So I did the whole 9 yards before it started. I looked in the mirror. I said, yo, go out there and kick ass. Do what you do. You a leader. You know what you're doing. Put your best foot forward, and the rest is the rest, right? So as this presentation started, all of a sudden I found myself like a minute to 2 minutes in of the first part of this presentation, that it was like about, I would say, 45 minutes long. So think about that, right? Anxiety is kicking in. I'm like 2 minutes in, 3 minutes max. And in my head, I was like, damn, I got like another, 43 minutes, that I need to go, and anxiety is just kicking. All of a sudden I start getting sweaty. My heart is beating fast. I catch myself sort of talking a little bit faster than I normally do when I'm feeling relaxed. And I'm trying to catch myself. Mind you, there is no pause in this presentation because it's on and it's popping, right? So there's no like what's that word? Like a familiar type of feel with these three people that I'm doing this presentation for, right? One of them I've talked to before. The other two, this is the first time I'm meeting them, so I'm just doing this presentation. And anxiety is in full effect. I'm talking about clammy hands, heart beating, the whole 9 yards. There's no escape. I can't hit pause and be like, hey guys, you know what? I'll be right back, right? There is no, I have a partner. I can, hey, slide the presentation over to them, right? It's just me. Excuse me. So I'm there, anxiety is kicking in, and I'm saying to myself as I'm speaking, so this is like a out of body experience, right? So I am talking and I'm preparing. I have my notes, so it's like a machine. It's a train. It's moving. I know exactly what I'm doing. But my brain, I'm like, all right, Oscar, you need to like chill. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm having this double conversation, right? A presentation and this conversation in my head, right? I'm feeling clammy, sweaty, the whole 9 yards, right? So, like I said, I was 2 minutes in. Give it another maybe 30 to 45 seconds. I made sort of my first point of this presentation. And I said, and I just paused and I caught myself and I said, you know what, guys? I just finished. Do you have any questions right now that I can ask, or something that's not clear? So I did have an audience to throw that back, right? And I said, while you do that, if you do, let me just get a drink of water and then I'll jump right in. So there was no reason for me to say, I need a break. I need to get out of here. I just said, you know what? Let me create a break by throwing it back to them to see if they have any questions. So while I did that, I reached for my water. I took a nice cool drink. So I lost my thoughts into the feeling of the cool sensation of the water, how calming it made me feel, that type of thing, right? So while I threw it back to them, they was like, yeah, actually, I do have one question before you go on. So that gave me the time that my brain needed to say, you know what? You've done this before, big dog. Take your time. Slow your breath down. Let the magic happen. There's nothing here you're going to do that's going to be wrong. You prepared yourself. You did. It's not like you're going in and it's blind and I don't know the topic, right? So in that pause, which kind of took like about maybe 15 seconds, I'm going to say, from me drinking the water, them asking a question, me putting the water back down, regrouping myself, taking that breath in through the nose, out through the nose, just to slow everything down. And then the rest was history, because I was able to just control that anxiety, right? Easier said than none, because sometimes if you guys experience full-blown anxiety or almost close to a panic attack, it's hard, right? Your breath is, your heart is beating fast, you're breathing 100 miles an hour, you're trying to escape from wherever you're at, and it makes it real tough, right? So in this case, it worked out for me because it was an experience that I've done so many times in front of so many people, from a big group, a giant group, to a minimal of 5, 2, 3 people. It didn't matter. I've done it before. So there was history there, right? Like I said before, usually when you get anxiety, it's from something that you haven't experienced before. And sometimes you try to portray like, yeah, I've been here before. But no, in your brain it was like, yeah, you've never done this before. What are you doing? Do we belong here? Am I in the right room? Am I prepared? Even though you might be 100% prepared, but you still question yourself. That doubt, right? That creeps in, that uncertainty that creeps in, that questioning yourself like, man, do I really belong here? Or am I just, that term that I've heard so many times, am I faking it till I make it? That type of thing, which I don't agree with, because you're putting bad energy, right? That's like saying, let me fake this love until I fall in love. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So it's kind of dumb, but some people do use that, right? Excuse me. So it's just that feeling, right, of anxiety, stuff that you've never done before. But in my case, like I said, I've done it before, so it was easier for me to sort of control, gather myself, and then kill the presentation, right? But I just wanted to throw it out there because there's times where anxiety just takes over and there is no slowing it down, because there's more behind that anxiety. There's more feelings of that you haven't been able to resolve. You haven't been able to talk to someone. You haven't been able to get professional help if it's that extreme. I was just wondering how you guys handle your anxiety. Wish my homegirl was here so like that we can talk about it. But it's just something that I just thought about, something that I came across again, like I said, 2 weeks ago, and it was something that I was able to control. Take a deep breath, relax myself, tell myself, man, you've done this before. What is wrong? My guy, you prepared. You're everything. You kick ass. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And it worked out for me. But there's other times that I'm gonna share with you another anxiety that I have, and this one is really bugged out because this one I really want to take time and really explore. Hopefully, in the next 2 years, I'm able to find some type of resolution to it. And one of the other anxieties that I have is when I go to public places, and I'm part of the audience, I sit down to watch a performance, somebody performing. It could be a movie. Excuse me. It could be a movie. It could be somebody singing. It could be a play, whatever. Doesn't matter. If I'm not in the back row, it seems so crazy, but if I'm not in the back row, close to the aisle, or I need to be on the seat by the aisle, I am in full anxiety, like sort of panicky mode, I just feel like this ick. And it's crazy because I can sit in the back row and be fine, or I can sit in the front row and be fine, be totally fine. But if I'm anywhere between the second row and the second to last row, anywhere there, especially in the middle, I feel trapped. I feel like I can't move. I can't go anywhere. I feel suffocated. I feel the heat. I feel like everybody's looking at me, and it's just like as I'm talking about it right now, I'm feeling that sense of being uncomfortable. And it's something that I hate because I can sit, like I said, I can sit in the front row and be in the middle of the row, but as long as I'm in the front row, I feel like I have a sense of escape. The minute I'm in the second row, God forbid there's 50 rows and I happen to be in the 25th row in the middle, I'm going to have a meltdown. I can be in the 50th row in the back, right by the aisle, and I'm fine. So if you ever seen me at the Red Bulls game, my seats are in the last row of the first level corner, and I'm the first one in the aisle, and I'm great. I don't feel like somebody's sitting behind me because there's nobody sitting behind me. I don't feel like trapped, and that's my, I don't know if it's a phobia. I don't want to say, is it? It could be, but I just feel this anxiety of being sort of claustrophobic to a certain degree. And I'm trying to remember in my childhood if I ever felt like that. I don't know. Was I ever put in a room and locked? I don't think so. Maybe there's something there in the past that I haven't searched or found or spoken to a professional about, but it's something that I really want to explore for myself. Because like I said, I could be in the first row and be totally fine. I sit in the second row and I am just, oh no, this can't be. That only comes when it's sitting down. If I'm standing up like in a crowd and I'm in the middle, no problem. It's just when I'm sitting down, all of a sudden it becomes like this feeling of just being trapped, like there's no escape for me and I'm just stuck here. And the presentation or whatever show I could be watching could be a little 15-minute presentation to about an hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever it is. But man, it feels like eternity. And that's my anxiety, right? That's what, I don't know if you want to call it anxiety or you want to call it phobia. I don't know what it is, but that's what I want to resolve for myself. So I'm just wondering what you guys are thinking out there. What type of, when anxiety kicks in, do you get that returning anxiety of things that you've done in the past that you're familiar with because you've gone through it? And obviously, I don't mean like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you've had 10 jobs in your life, obviously you've had about 10 interviews or whatever the case is. And we get a little anxiety every time we go through interview process or something like that. Or can it be, that anxiety that we've gone through when you first meet someone, you talk to someone, they give you their number. Now you have their number. You're like, yeah. But now the anxiety kicks in, was like, man, when do I call him or her? And when I call, what do I say? Right? And then you get through that barrier. And the next barrier is you go out on a date. Am I going to say the right thing? Are they going to like the place that I've taken him or her to, or whatever the case is? So there's always that optimistic feeling and that anxiety feeling, that crash. And those two, when you mix them, are those butterflies that we get, that we kind of feel? Think about that. Is that the butterflies that we feel when we put both of those together, and we call that the beginning energy in a relationship? I don't know, something to ponder about. I'm gonna take a break, give you some thoughts. Obviously, you're gonna listen to our commercials and stuff, because you know what I'm saying, we should get paid. But no, just give it some thought, give it some time, some understanding, and see what you guys come up with for yourself. And I'll be right back. Talking That Ish and Skeen podcast is now available on iHeartRadio and Apple Podcasts. Say word, Skeen. Word to Big Bird. So now our show, me and Ish, you know how we doing it. Talking That Ish and Skeen podcast is now available on Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. No excuse. You can't miss us. We there, we everywhere. Say word, Skeen. Word to Big Bird. So we'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys. Peace. What's up, guys? It's your boy Skeen back in the building to let you know that we are finally on YouTube. Yes, we are on the tube. We're going to be creating a lot of video content and releasing it shortly. So please remember the handle, real simple, at Ish and Skeen, or in the search, look for Talking That Ish and Skeen, and we'll pop up. Once you see that red microphone, you know what to do. Like, follow, and of course, subscribe. So look out for us, YouTube. We're in the building. Take care, guys. Peace. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I know you like that. You know I gotta hit you with a song once in a while. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, welcome back. So we were talking about anxiety, right? And man, I'm recovering from this cold, man. Listen, it's been a crazy 2 weeks for me. First I had a cold, which I'm still recovering from. And then last week I tweaked my back. So that's what happens when you get old, man. It's crazy. But yeah, the last 2 weeks have been crazy. But yeah, so we're talking about anxiety. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about as well is embracing that anxiety when you first do something new. Right? So if you catch yourself doing something new, like let's say, for example, I don't know, you wanted to write a book, and you've written a book, and now it's time to showcase your book, do a promotion about your book. It could be painting, it could be, you could be a singer, and all of a sudden you find yourself somewhere where you're surrounded by people who are singers, who have made it or published their stuff or whatever, and then you find yourself like, damn, do I belong here? Do I belong in this room? What am I doing here? Am I faking it till I'm making it type of thing, right? Like we talked about. Do I have imposter syndrome? Because you got to act like you've been there before. That's one of the craziest things, right? That I've heard coaches, tell players, like, act like you've been there before. But then I stopped myself. I was like, nah, man, I've never been here. I've never been at this level. I've never been at this place. I've never been at this situation. Why do you want me to act like I've been there before? I want to embrace the time. I want to embrace the feeling. I want to embrace the energy. I want to embrace the moment. So like when I see somebody hit a big shot and they're just taking it in, soaking it in and celebrating, why are you trying to diminish that? Now, if you've done that shot 100 million times to win games, then yeah, there's going to be a different reaction. But if you hit a banger or you crush a presentation, something at work, something maybe personal, you overcame a fear of something, why wouldn't you celebrate it like it was your first time ever? Right? But going back to, I think I mentioned imposter syndrome, like you walk in and all of a sudden you start questioning yourself, like, damn, do I belong here? One thing that I came across in the last couple of weeks is, and I kind of did it in my way in my presentation, embrace the moment, understand the moment. So like, for example, if you find yourself in a place where, let's say let's put it like this. If, let's say, me and Aisha ever get to a convention when there's super popular podcasters that they have millions of followers, and here comes me and Ish, and we have less than 100 followers, right? And we walk into the room, we're going to feel overwhelmed. I don't know about her. I'm only going to speak for myself, but I have a feeling that she might be overwhelmed too. Like, man, do we really belong here, Skane? Like, these people have made it. These people have strong followings. These people, podcasts are like top 10, top 100, whatever. I would find myself in that moment, to be honest with you, and say, yeah, man, I belong here. I belong here because, yeah, we might not have a million followers, but we belong here because we were courageous enough to create a podcast. We were courageous enough to take those steps to become part of this venture, part of this vehicle that we call podcasting. Just getting our thoughts out there, our ideas, the way we think, and maybe it might help someone. Right? So we might not have a following like a Jay Shetty, a Mel Robbins, a Joe Rogan. That's how, obviously we don't. But when I sit back and I be like, hold up, our podcast has played from East Coast to West Coast, South to North in the United States. We've gone as far as Korea, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Canada, Puerto Rico. Like, that's all over the world. So yeah, we belong in this room. Yeah, if I talk to somebody who has super followings, they're gonna ask me, hey, like, who are you? And I'm be like, oh, nah, my name is Oscar. They call me Skeen. I'm part of the Talking to Isha Skeen podcast. We just starting out, man. So we just want to get some ideas. And that person, whoever that person might be, might put themselves in that moment and embrace you because they started at one point. They were fresh. They were brand new. Every podcaster that you see, every professional athlete that you see, every writer that's famous, every director, every producer, anybody that you like to admire, depending on what their field is, at one time they were a beginner. Nobody starts being a master. Everybody starts as a beginner. So sometimes we let our anxiety kick in so bad that we hold ourselves back from taking advantage of what our passion is, what our love is. Everybody has a purpose in this life. Everybody. Hopefully you're not one of those people that falls into that category that you never experience or never find out what you were meant to be on this earth, on this planet. I've been lucky to find out, excuse me, I know exactly what I need to do. I know what my calling is. I know what my purpose is. And that's what I'm doing in my life right now. And podcasting is part of that, getting that message out there. So when we let anxiety stop us from achieving our goals because we think we don't belong here, you do, man. If you find yourself in a room and you ever question, damn, do I belong here? God put you there. Whatever your belief is, God, the universe, whatever it is, the universe put me in this spot. Now, I might fail or I might succeed, but I'm going to learn. There's a lesson to learn there. So basically, your anxiety, don't let it hold you back, right? And that's something that I want to overcome. My anxiety of not being, if I'm not able to sit in the front row or the back row or the last row, I'm in trouble. I want to overcome that. I want to have one day, and I know it seems crazy, but to me, it's going to be a success. I want to walk into a theater and sit down in the middle and be comfortable sitting in the middle. Be able to go through a whole performance and not feel like I need to get the fuck out and scream. Like, I would love to do that. And I know I will. Because I will not let my anxiety dictate what I do and don't do in life. You know what I'm saying? That's all Skin got to talk about today is anxiety. I would love to hear how you guys deal with it, what you do with it. Do you take a walk? Do you meditate? Do you take a boxing class? What do you do when you feel anxious? And what I would love to find out is, how do you deal with it when you're going through it, like I did when I was doing my presentation? What steps do you take to slow that down and be able to go through it because you know you have to, because there is no escape? How do you deal with that? I would love to hear that, understand that, maybe learn from it as well, something that I can apply. You know, I use breathing techniques, thought, sight, taste. I use the senses to try to get me over the anxiety. Whenever I feel panicky, I use my senses as a way to just bring everything back into perspective. So I would love to hear what you guys have to think, what you guys do when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling that uncertainty. Hopefully, if you guys feel that when you're doing brand new things, just give yourself that opportunity and say to yourself, yeah, man, I'm a rookie. I'm a beginner. I'm here for a reason. The universe put me in this room for a reason. Now I'm going to learn something from it and I'm going to continue on. But yeah, I would love, love, love to know what you guys think and how you guys deal with it. So before I get up out of here, guys, I just want to say thank you once again. I mean, we're about 34 episodes deep in now. I think I'm recording number 34 right now as we speak. And you guys have been tremendous. Some of you have stuck with us from day one. Like I said, man, we've gone coast to coast and all over the world. And I am so grateful if you guys continue to listen to us and let us be part of your journey. And I hope we're doing something right. We're doing something good. We're bringing you some laughter, bringing you some thought, bringing you some conversation, because that's what me and Aisha is here for. Like I said, and I'm going to say it one more time so you guys get it straight. We're not professionals. We're just two human beings trying to succeed in life, and I think we're doing it. I'm very proud of my homegirl. I'm very proud of myself, and we continue moving forward. So I'm going to leave you with this nugget, and this is called The Gem. Never let fear of striking out keep you from playing the game of life. So guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hopefully me and Aisha will be back together next week, but if not, one of us will be here to continue this journey as we get bigger, better, stronger. So guys, take care. We'll talk to you next week. Stay safe. Peace.
Talking at Ish and Skeen.
Show you right.